Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of college algebra. Today, we're going to discuss section 5.2 circles. Before doing so, we're going to recall some basic ideas about plotting points on an orthonormal system. This is an orthonormal system, and it consists of two axes. The first one is a horizontal axis called the x-axis, and another one is a vertical axis called the y-axis. These two axes intersect at a point O. This is it. This is point O. The coordinates of point O are 0, 0. And because this is the origin, this is our reference, the 0 point. You can see the arrow of the x-axis, which is pointing in the positive direction. In this way, if we go in this direction in front of the origin, if you go backward in this direction over here, this is the negative direction of the x-axis, or the negative part. After the origin, this is the positive side, and this is the negative side of the x-axis. For the y-axis, this is the arrow which is pointing to the positive part of the y-axis. The positive part is the part that is above the origin point in this part over here. As for the lower part of the y-axis below the origin, this is the negative part. Every orthonormal system has four main parts. They are called quadrants. Quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, and quadrant number 3, and quadrant number 4. In quadrant number 1, both x and y in this region are positive. This is the positive of x, and this is the positive of y in this region. We write it like this, which means that x is positive and y is positive. If we go into quadrant 2, this is the negative part of the x-axis, and this is the positive part of the y-axis. So this is minus plus in quadrant number 2. In quadrant number 3, both here in this part, both, as you can see, both x and y are negative. This is the negative part of the x-axis, and this is the negative which is below the origin, negative part of the y-axis, and we write them as minus minus. As for the fourth quadrant, this one, this whole area here, x is positive, as you can see. This is the positive part of the x-axis. Y is negative. So we write plus minus in the fourth quadrant. Let's learn how to plot points. Let's start with point A, which is given 1 and 2. The first value is for x, and the second value is always for y. So this is how we represent a point. By two parentheses, we place the x first and the y the second, and we call this a tuple. In the first one, point A, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2 in point 8. Let's plot this point and locate it on the orthonormal system. As you can see, the orthonormal system is divided into units, small squares. These units are equidistant, they are the same, they have the same length. For x equal to 1, which means positive 1, you locate positive 1 on the positive part of the x-axis over here. So let's count 1. 1, this is 0, and this is 1. For y is equal to 2 for A. So we need to count uh, 2 units in the positive direction of y-axis because 2 is positive. So let's uh, count 2 units. This is the first unit in y, and this is the second unit in y. Let's combine these points, 1 and 2. They intersect at this, and this will be the point A, which is 1 and 2. Let's plot the second point. The second point B is given minus 3, 4. X is equal to minus 3 and y equal to 4. Minus 3 means the negative direction. We need to count in the negative direction of the x-axis, which means that this is minus 1, this is second unit, minus 2, and this is minus 3. And for y, the y value for b is 4. So let's count 4 units in the positive direction. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. This is 4. Let's combine minus 3 and 4. They intersect at this point, and this is point B. For point C, minus 2, minus 5, both are negative. Let's plot negative 2. This is negative 2 and negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is minus 5. Let's join minus 3 and minus 5. And this point will be point C. For point D, 2 minus 3. X is a positive and y is negative in this case. So this will be located in quadrant 4. So let's count 2 units in the positive x, 1 and 2. This is 2. And the value of y is minus 3. Let's go 1, minus 2, and minus 3. This is minus 3. Let's combine these. And this is point D. As you can see, we plotted the 4 points on the orthonormal system. Now, we learned how to plot points on an orthonormal system. We will use these ideas to draw circles. This presentation is divided into two subsections. The first one, we're gonna learn how to write an equation of a circle in standard form, and also we're gonna learn how to write the general form of an equation of a circle. So we're gonna learn in both forms how to write an equation of a circle as well as to plot or graph a circle. A circle is a set of all points in plane that are equidistant from a fixed point called center. And the distance from any point on the circle to the center is called the radius. We have two important information of a circle. First, we have the center, which we're gonna draw a circle from the center. Let's plot it here. So we have a center and a circle. This circle, like this is the center of the circle, and we have something that is called radius, and radius is the point that goes from the center to the circle. The distance, this distance is called the radius, that starts from the center and ends at the circle. R is that distance, which is called R is the radius.